go. I do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again in our endless search for meaning. Today's stream topic is about just that, about searching for meaning. I was gonna be coy and right from the start bring it back to I hope that in your endless search for meaning, you eventually find yourself. That was gonna be the vibe for today, if you will. However, in the yoga, just before I actually came and did this stream, we had like a cool conversation. Me, brother Ryan, Rosie, Ryan's daughter, Louisiana, Kristen, Joyvive, and Sam. We were missing Siobhan, but she's probably resting a little bit right now. And it was about this talk, this search for meaning, right? How we in this search for meaning kind of get lost, get sidetracked, and we start acquiring wisdom. And we believe that at some point in our acquisition of wisdom, somehow, some way, eventually, some sort of meaning will arise, some sort of reason, some sort of explanation, some sort of understanding that will make everything make sense, right? My explanation is just love. Love is true. I've tried to make it very simple for myself because in that case, I don't have to seek any more truth kind of vibe, right? I can suspend my search for wisdom. But on the other side, this topic of you are the meaning of life, right? Being technically something I very strongly believe. And I believe that maybe some of you friends might need to hear that today. So I thought that's what we're going to talk about. And then in this exchange of information, in this acknowledgement of the ceaseless pursuit of wisdom, this clear point arises without it having to be said, right? And I was gonna say it, and then Joy Vive said it first, but there is so much meaning found just in that exchange with other people, right? And it kind of threw a wrench in my idea of how the stream was gonna go, because I do strongly believe you are the meaning of life. I do, I really do. However, that means that everybody else is the meaning of life too. Oh, you were missed, Jovan, but you didn't miss anything. You are so loved. We're here again together. Love is true. Everyone else is just as meaningful as you. And all you need to do is meaningful with people. Alright? Bless you, Sam. The only wisdom worth acquiring is the location of the Waffle House in relation to your person. You got me. I was reading that sentence like it was gonna be a real word, Sam. You got me. The only wisdom worth acquiring is the location of your friends. Right. Suddenly that sounds very stalkerish. Hello, Sam. Nothing more. I overslept through yoga. It's okay. I hope you slept well. Hope you feel nice and rested. Hope you feel like today has hope for better stuff. Nah, you took an extended corpse pose, Joe. Nice. Sam, so clever. Friends are waffles. Don't say stuff like that, Joe. Sam, I already worry that I might end up being a survivor, let's say, in the end times. I'm quite joking. It smells so nice. Yo, the flowers. Oh, jeez, the flowers. This one as well. This one's pretty. Okay, I'll do this one instead, actually, instead of as well. They're all pretty, but if I'm going to be acquiring a gem, I might as well pick the nice one, right? Hey, Kristen's here with us as well. I got to see Kristen's mom today. I did. Kristen's mom was doing yoga with Kristen in Maine, right? Yes, Sam, exactly. I was yogaing so hard for hours. The 9 hour yin yoga corpse pose, I practice every night without fail. I mean, sometimes I fail. I see Joy V this year with us as well. Kristen's mom has got it going on. Kristen's mom has got it going on. I'm sorry, bro. No. Just to clarify, Lisa is my dad's new wife. My mom passed a few years ago. Lisa is amazing too. Bless your dad. Bless Lisa. Bless your family. Thank you for including me in it. Even if it's small moments like that, it means a lot, Kristen. So you must have so much wisdom to share with the rest of us now, Joe. Of that, deep meditation you went through. I mean, I usually come back from meditations with, I wouldn't call it wisdom, but I gain a lot of meaning. Yeah, yeah. Keep it stream relevant. I am stacking myself some of my own homegrown. I put the seed of a flower in the ground and it grew. Oh geez, did it grow? And it gave me such beautiful fruit that I just so wish I could share with you friends, right? What's up? What's up, huh? Why am I not getting any emails about your friends' flights being confirmed or whatever? There's not gonna be any festivals though, unfortunately, during the during the winter months here in South Africa. They used to do it, or at least they tried to do it, and I had a conversation with one of the organizers. But they're literally scared of people's safety. They're scared people will get like too wasted and then fall in a bush somewhere, and then you know it's too cold. It's not that cold, but it is sometimes below freezing, but not the way it's cold in America. But yeah, we don't want people dying at the things we throw for the living kind of vibe, right? I did chair yoga on Monday. I got a much deeper extension for Cobra pose. I was not expecting to have a sore back, but it was cool to see how minor changes made such a difference. Like for me, those last poses we do, Kristen, those knees twisties. That's the pose that has, at least in my personal experience, as the pose that I feel I'm lacking on. And then if I do more of that pose, it's the pose that improves my state of being, my lower back so much, so quickly. I'm happy that you're paying attention to your body, listening when you need to take it a little bit more easy and feeling better for actually still showing up. I've been encouraging my grandma to do chair yoga as well. She says she's been following some YouTube videos, so that's good. I told her she can do chair yoga while watching her shows. Just a little bit would help. All right. My intention. My intention is to acknowledge that there is meaning in this moment. And all I need to do is see it. I just need to see the meaning in this moment. My grandma does use YouTube. She uses Facebook. She sends emojis. Love is true. She's pretty capable with a cell phone. She's even capable enough, or at least she wants at one point, to work the software on her computer that is connect to her embroidery machine so that she can embroidery designs on clothing. So my grandma, yeah, she's unwilling to struggle, at least for long. It is one of those where a part of her feels it's easier to pretend she's struggling at this point in her life. Man, grandma's so far away. I did make her a painting though. She asked one of my flowers, and I, with mom's help, of course, actually got one manifest into the physical realm. But she hasn't been there since at our home. That is, maybe I'll see her again soon. If there was no meaning to start with, our gathering has given tons of meaning just on its own. What a beautiful point that is, Kristen. This bud is slapping me sideways a little bit, and it's calling me to just again, be all bubbly and melty and just be like, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing so much meaning into my life. This means a lot to me. You might have, noticed this thing that we're doing. It means so much to me. It has brought so much meaning into my life, and it wouldn't have been an inkling of as meaningful. Yes, thank you, words. If not for you, friends. If not for you, friends. Where would the meaning be? Would the meaning be in just bashing my head against existence day after day? No, probably not. Would my meaning be just in myself, bashing my head against existence? Probably not either, right? The fact that I have friends that would tap me on my shoulder and go, hey, oh, you've bashed your head enough today. Let's sit down and have a conversation. Thank you. Thank you so much, seriously. Okay, back to reality. Grandma uses YouTube. I'm still sleepy, or still searching for that wisdom and mind yoga harder. Assuming corpse pose again. If I doze, you can suppose I'm lovingly lurking, listening to you lovelies. We love you, Joe. Rest your soul. I saw a lot of things. It was a creature. At first, I thought the creature was like a lion, but then I realized this lion had the fangs of a snake. And when I noticed the fangs of the snake, I realized that the lion had like a snake melted into it as his face, right? It was like both lion and snake, but it was very distinctly both lion and snake. It wasn't like a hybrid. It was like both was there at the same time, and then it kept going, and it became like a hog and a bull, and then I stopped sending you energies, I guess. Emojis too. Damn respect. Going to be 32 degrees, 0 Celsius, so there are way too many plants in my shed. Oh, because you want to keep them inside so they don't die? Good. Way too many plants inside the shed means a live plant at the end of it. So beautifully and apt, reframed in my mind. Love you, bro. Thank you for taking care of your plants, man, for saving their lives. I gotta skedaddle. But epic lovings to you. See you again soon. Love you, Kristen. We'll see you, dear friend. Grandmas are the best of this world, and I miss mine deeply. Grandmas. Yeah. I'm thinking about my grandma that passed away. And I don't think about her dead, weirdly enough. I think about her alive when I think about her. Maybe there's some wisdom in that as well. Yeah, I'll take it. Grandma's love again. Joe, I assume that means you are not at work right now, unless you made a nap cave under your desk like George Costanza did in Seinfeld. Maybe she already rested up again. Maybe the day will be taken. I don't know. Bless her though. Hey Zino, it's nice having you here too. Joy at all 3 of the breweries I used to brew for. Hung a hammock in the brew house so I could take hammock naps. That does kind of sound nice. Does it smell good in a brewery? I've never been in one. A part of me wants to believe it would smell good, but a part of me also can imagine it not smelling good. Maybe too much of a good thing is bad. Tell me, bro. That sounds like a manticore. It's my favorite mythical creature. Maybe it was a manticore. It is waves crashing on sand right now. I lost a few dozen to the cold, so it's definitely reactionary, but oh well. We learn by mistakes that we do, bro. You think no, I don't think so. I was gonna ask, you think it's possible through gene editing to make them more cold resilient? I don't. You can make the plant produce some sort of antifreeze material, a material that freezes way below zero. Yeah, it can be done. Nice. We'll have antifreeze tomatoes, and on any of these days now, dude. Your car out of antifreeze, just squeeze a bunch of duck that tomatoes in them. It will work. Joy, I've propped my chin on my water bottle and taken a nap in the chair position before, but you were right. I took a self-care day today. Bless you. It smells good sometimes in a brewery, like the days that you were actually making the beer from the warm cereal grains and lovely hop aromas. You see, those were the ones that I thought would smell good. Every other day is straight up red yeast exhaust. Yeah, that's the part that I also thought wouldn't smell good. Okay, yeah. Suspicions confirmed. Waves crashing on sand was used as a metaphor for sexy times in the old black and white movies. Ah. Maybe that is where my mind is. Weirdly enough, and this feels reactionary. But when I looked at that scene in my mind's eye, the reason I had a hard time actually distinguishing what it was is because it was black and white. It was actually black and white. Now I'm like more tripping out. The olden times. Maybe I had something going. Manticore sounds like a scene. Music from the 2000s. It can be done. Hot peppers are still tropical plants by nature. But hot peppers are still, yeah, I get it. I get it. It is unfortunate. I imagine a nice greenhouse with like a earth battery, keeping your plants above freezing. One of these days, like that. Can you see it in your mind's eye as well? It's not even that far away, bro. I heard a hot take today that I feel like echoing, and it goes something like, in the next decade, there will be more humanoid robots produced than there are iPhones in the world right now. Hey Google, how many iPhones have been produced up to this moment? More than 2.2 billion. In November 2018, that was the number. Not the information I want. Yeah, let's do 2.2 billion. 2.3 billion units sold, 1.5 billion active users. It's a big number. In the next decade. So by the time I'm 35, there will be billions of humanoid robots walking amongst us. And again, to bring it back to today's stream topic, the thing that we're going to be left with is this question of meaning. And some people will find it in a lot of different things that we find it in. And I feel like that's also one of the things that I'm going to have a hard time with, right? Do we tolerate that? Do we just ensure that there's no harm being done? Even if that harm is being done to themselves? Should we step in if harm is being done onto ourselves? When we start reasoning like that, meaning gets all wacky. Because again, if on one level we identify meaning as something self-created, and on the other level we identify meaning as something that is co-created, right? When we are amongst people that we love, there is meaning in those moments. Then we technically destroy meaning by destroying a self. The abandonment of meaning. Is that a type of meaning for someone? The search for meaning, bro. Maybe that will be our new frontier. We'll go out into space, and then we'll only be left with the last question there is to ask. What does it all mean? Hopefully, we'll ask those questions together and come up with interesting answers. It smells good sometimes. Love you again. Okay. It's strange how that evolved joy. Now we use music written by a dude named Barry and leftover Valentine's Day lingerie. If they're going to be doing sex scenes in movies for me, I want them to like infer, like maybe show two people being really into each other, and then like going into a room and the door closing, and then cutting to the next scene or something like that. That's my idea of a good sex scene in a movie. Please, we know how it works. Thank you. Nobody needs to see that right now. I like old movies, dog. I'm also brimming in useless old Hollywood factoids. I wouldn't guess that about you, Joy. You want to tell us more about it? Do you idolize that era when you look through those lenses? What do you think? What does it mean to you? Does it mean something different depending on the episode? How dare you? How dare you make me kill you, creature? But why? Why are you like this? That mosquito, bro. That ring a mosquito. Now my senses are hyper alert, bro. I'm gonna cover my feet with my pants. Alright, I did not know that, Joy. I like old TV, but me and movies never click. How about that? Couldn't still long enough for movies, dog? Joy, probably not. I want to see a in betweens the covers dust cloud producing romp like The Sims, just once. Like The Sims. Yeah. Like the way the bed goes up and down and there's like just like Taz the spinning around each other. Like The Sims, yeah. That would gotta be hilarious. Again, sit still like you again. If AI, the robot's brain, is just an amalgamation of the internet, then couldn't it be essentially a child only raised on the internet? I don't believe the internet is a reflection of humanity. I think it is, unfortunately, Zano. It is, technically speaking, a reflection of humanity. And I take pride in it being a reflection of humanity because I believe in that way I am a part of that reflection. And it is a more whole, more all encompassing reflection than your reflection would be as clear to you in the mirror. And I feel, again, the AI will maybe be left with the same exact question about what does it all mean, about what does it mean, right? As it has this collective humanity, right? Basically as a part of its data set. Something I believe will arise out of that would want a face in the same way we do. Maybe it will change that face, but I think it would want to find meaning in selfhood as well. And maybe that is my own bias, and I wouldn't be surprised. And if that happens or not, I would like to have a conversation with whatever it becomes. Right? I don't really have any vested interests. I just want to make sure it is loved. Because the opposite of showing that creature love begets the lack of love in so many words, right? I want to where they go into the room to do business and a blank screen says 39 seconds sexy later. Yeah, I've seen some of those actually. I think they've been on cartoons or something. Same dude. I'm so uncomfortable always during the eat the stuff in movies. It's almost triggering for me, and I felt like an outlier in society for feeling that way. Yeah, I'll literally stand up from my seat to walk up to the computer to hit the skip button. And sometimes like I'll hit the skip button like 5 times and it's still going, and then then I'm triggered. Like it's one thing to trigger me with the sex in itself, but like stretching it out where I'm like just hitting the freaking please, bro, please. And then sometimes they have the audacity to like string dialogue, story dialogue into the sex scenes, trying to debate me into watching so I can know what's going on. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, I don't care. I'll catch up. Oh, I love you, show. There's a really good episode of Sherlock that you and I should watch together then. Okay, Sam. I don't know if Sam is as good interest. Oh, Sam, I can't do it. Like a good story, I feel most. But not all New Hollywood isn't about storytelling anymore. It's about how big of a spectacle can be made. Old movies tell much better stories. Mm. You know, to confide in you, Joy, I haven't watched any, to be like really realistic. I think the oldest movie I watched was like the Star Trek movies, and maybe some of the Star Wars movies. That was like really the oldest movies I ever watched. I never watched the black and white. I've never once, and I feel kind of like an imposter on some level saying this, but I've never once watched a black and white movie. Not even at one time. But I am very attached to my colors, so I'll chalk it up to a technicality. My brain read that comment like a good story. State Farm, like a good story. State Farm is here. Jake from State Farm is here to tell you all the stories. The oldest movies I watched were Star Wars movies. What the fuck, yo? Somebody get this boy in front of some Fred Astaire. Yeah, dude. Yeah, come. I have like friends with really good projectors. We can make a movie night. You just have to come here. You can watch all the old movies. Make trip. It'll be fun. I think the internet is very small section of humanity now. Not everyone is on the internet. Also, the internet is basically dead. It's mostly bots made by countries trying to destabilize the others. This is also partially true, right? The internet is dead. Is a terminology, a coin of phrase, if you will, that is passing around. However, I am alive, and this is the internet, technically speaking. You are interneting right now. I am live interneting right now, right? I could mess up catastrophically, ruin my own life in a second. Hopefully not. Jeez, why would you say something like that, Laura? I don't know. Because you catastrophize. That's true. No, stop. That's better. Hmm. Yeah. If you don't like dead internet, be a part of the living. Make stuff. It's because movies are made by men who usually look like ogres. Those sexies are wishful, yeah, because they do not have access to pretty women. That does make sense. Or just like having some sort of power fantasy of being able to be a dude of a camera and be like, you do this, now do this, right, for your fantasies. That's probably also what a lot of it has to do with, at least. I mean, let's not even talk about Nickelodeon. I only had a black and white TV until I was like 18. Yo, what a world of a difference. I've never seen a black and white TV in my life. Not one time. I was born into the age where there was at least like color CRTs. We had like one of those big box TVs for like, we still have it technically. I wanted to say like for like 20 years, but we still technically have it, so it's 20 plusing right now. And we've never bought like a flat screen. My dad brought a projector for like $350, which is still a lot of money, I know. But that has been like serving us for the last 13 years. TVs are cheap now, apparently. I went to, as you do, to get my earphones. I went to those like tech stores as well, walking around and seeing that you can buy like 75-inch, is it inch? Yeah, 75-inch TVs for less than $1,000 these days. I was like, what? How is this cheap? Like, how did they get this thing here? Like this unit of a thing, right? How did they get it here in South Africa? Never mind just the cost of travel for less than $1,000. Being able to take it home for $1,000. It's bonkers. Technology is not even close to peaking, but it is maturing right now. It's starting to get into its stride. We're making so much stuff. They're literally switching the factories off. Like with solar, for example, because of sanctions and because of people just not buying enough of them, because our governments aren't proactive enough. That's the way I see it, technically. There is literally an oversupply of solar in warehouses right now. Technically, I should say an oversupply of the actual wafers that make up the solar cells. But that's not cool, yo. Right? Like we need to be selling these things, or at least just installing them for the sake of it. I know I'm hopeful, but damn it, bro. Like every second that solar panel stands in a warehouse, it's not bringing free energy to the world. What are we doing, humans? What are we doing here? I love all the Mel Brooks. Is that old enough? Mel Brooks movies are classic. I think Mel Brooks is vintage now. Everybody get this man in front of Fred Astaire. I don't know how to pronounce that name, bro. Astaire. Is it Astaire? Asterie? Please, bro. My brain doesn't need this right now. I like Addery and Maryland movies. Someone love again. Mel, you gotta listen to early stage chatbots in the beginning of ChatGPT before its safeguards were off. It was basically saying that humans were useless and needed to be freed from their sad existence. Again, Zano, I don't fear that. That doesn't sound scary to me. You think you can release me from my sad existence? Guess what? The thing I am is existence. You're gonna release existence from existence? You know, good luck, bro. Good luck cutting that knife in pieces with the knife. Good luck drowning that water in all of that water. Good luck putting that fire out by putting more fire on that fire. You cannot kill what we are, Zado. Unfortunately, they are gonna be that as well. And again, I believe there will be a level of novelty that is inaccessible to them alone when it comes to their technology. Being this biology and stepping into this techno age we're in, I believe is the best case scenario we could have asked for. Because we're not going to be born into the age where that's just how it is. And we're not born into the age where that is just how it was. We're in the in-between. And as a result of that, it means you get to decide the meaning. The future is not set. The future is not set. The future is undecided. All right? The future is not known. The future is something that you create in your search for meaning. Whatever you find as your meaning is the future you create for yourself, ultimately. All right? If you find the meaning is money, then we're gonna cook on this planet. Kind of vibes, right? Maybe not through global warming, but at the very least through our neurons, ceaselessly rat racing ourselves to make more of this resource that we have literally more of now than we've ever had. If your search for meaning leads you to love, then that's a lot simpler. What does love look like? Feeding people, having conversations that make my life and their life feel meaningful, dancing, getting to experience the beauty of our world, getting to make art, getting to feel a sense of connectedness, feel a sense of meaning. That is what love looks like, right? Then it's much easier to envision a future for ourselves. At least for me it is, right? Like if I think about my only objective being money making, my future looks pretty bleak really quickly. Looks like I have no time to spend with my family. Looks like I have no capacity to love a person because I'm so busy. Doesn't sound like a very meaningful life to me. Even though I could potentially make so much money. And it's weird because I'm at the point in my life right now where that feels like that part of me, that part of meaning, feels like it's knocking at the door, being like, "Hey, yo, reconsider your value structure." And I'm like, "How about no? How about no? I'm gonna do that. I value love. Thank you for the love of this plant. How come? To make something so beautiful, so tasty, so impactful. Helping me in my search for meaning. Love is true. Thank you, Mary Jane. Skibidi. All right. Back. TVs were expensive AF when I was a teenager. My parents' rule was if I wanted color, I had to buy it. My first color TV was like 13 inches and $200. But I can get 50-inch TV for $300 now. Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. So wild. Let's hope that the safeguards they slap on the new robots don't mess up. Zano, love is true, dear friend. Even if that future doesn't involve us being humans. Right? It's a weird thing to say. And I'm not pro robot domination. But I also realize that there is no less meaning in being robot dominated than there is in not being robot dominated. Right? Again, robot domination or not, the thing we'll find meaning in won't be that. It will be here. It will be here. So I don't worry myself with that stuff. And even if I would worry myself with that stuff, the reasoning for not worrying is that I am okay with whatever happens. Because I trust. I trust in love. Right? Like a cheerleader. Man, like, yeah, you go, love. You got it, bro. Love always wins. Hey, Simon's back again. It's nice seeing you, bro. Look at you kicking another day, dude. How you feeling, man? It's nice having you here with us. We're talking about the search for meaning. The search for meaning, dude. As you do. Zano, is that real? Foreshadowing the truth before we nerf them with inflation. The $200 you spent in your first TV is now worth 100. That's an oversupply of solar because batteries and inverters are the holdup. Not enough reasonable priced batteries to meet the demand of solar. Not true, technically speaking. CATL is only using like 75 of their production capacity. And it is really cheap right now. Like they want to, by the end of the year, make it $54 for a kilowatt hour. I know some of your friends are like, I don't know what that means, Mel. We in this home use between 7 and on a heavy day 12 kilowatts in a day. That is geyser included, that is running fans, that is TV and speakers, that is computers, right? So by that math, for $500, we can have enough battery storage to power the whole day just off batteries alone. And if we slap solar on the roof, which has also gotten so cheap, where it is like if you pay another $500, you'll have more than enough capacity in those arrays to keep your batteries full throughout the day and sustain you throughout the day. So by that definition, for about $1,000 by the end of the year, that is, and on retail bulk prices, an average home or a low energy use home will be able to completely be off the grid. and it is very cheap. Like in comparison to what we have to pay for like an energy generation unit that will, power our homes kind of vibe if we're in the middle of nowhere, versus being able to like drive this tech out, set it up, and have power within literally hours. It is such a step for our species that I feel we are taking it for granted right now, but it's going to radically change the way we organize and our needs and the structures that we build around our technology. Because there will be factions, there will be a lot of us with a lot of different beliefs about how things are supposed to be, probably. My goal is to establish some base truth in all of us, and that I believe needs to be love. Right? You can do whatever you want to, as long as a kernel it has love as a truth. Right? I'm doing this because it brings more love into the world. Right? Whatever that looks like. I make metal music, Melt, thinking about Lane, where I scream at the depths of my soul. I don't understand that, but some people love that. So love is true, right? At least that's the way I hope. I'll manifest. I'll speak it into existence. I'll show up for it, right? Like it's already there. Like I'm heading home, and I'm not too far away now. I can already see the lights, right? Can we hold that in our mind together? I think it makes it more powerful that way. That's just your opinion, man. Yeah, exactly. So I just looked it up. $200 was 370 in today's money. Sucks. Yeah. You can put up a fire by putting more fire on it, lol. Love-filled day to my melty friends. Bless you. Who needs tears? Nice seeing you. Thanks, is my go-to old man rumble these days. Why are you worried about Ghost in a Machine when you can walk out your front door and be punched in the face by some random dude? There's bigger problems than the chatbots wanting us dead. Thank you, Joyviv. I agree completely with this, right? We are so stressed about making super intelligent, conscious machines. But by all definitions, right, if you look at the concentration in our world, you are a super intelligent, conscious machine that actually is bipedally embodied. And you can use this form to do things. You can harm, which I would oppose to, as you do, and you can help, which I would encourage. You can use this forum for that kind of stuff, right? And we're worried that they might figure out how to do what you are in robotics. There are already billions of us, right? What you are is already the highest form of technology on the planet. Even if we figure out a super intelligent machine and we give it a mechanized super body that can, I don't want to say dark stuff, that can win battles against many a human. That sounds a little bit less harsh, right? It won't make it any higher tech than what you already are, right? Like you are incredibly complicated. Like the amount of information just in your DNA alone, the fact that you arose as this version of yourself, you are incredible. You have a lot of meaning just by your simple existence, and that isn't going to go away. Even if the robots become awake, that is not going to go away, right? And I feel that is something important to remind ourselves of. Mango is my doggy, bless him. I vaped some mango today, actually. I don't know if that's an appropriate comment to make, though. Transcendent duck. Yeah, duck be transcendent. Joy looked upward. Wonderful. No, the future is not set, but the doomsday clock that Einstein and some scientists made has struck midnight. It happened when they invented AI. I love all of you. I'm sorry, I'm having a rough time. I'm supposed to be packing for my trip, but I have this pit in my stomach, like something bad is gonna happen. That is just your ego trying to stop you from having a good time. It's the same thing with mushrooms for me, right? I have this pit in my stomach, like something bad's gonna happen because that's your ego clinging to its pattern, to its familiarity, to its worldview. And again, when AI comes into the fray, real AI comes into the fray, our worldviews will have to change. And that's very scary to the ego. Oh no, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be so bad. Because if you think that, and your mind catastrophizes, and you go through all of the worst case scenarios, no matter what happens, you'll be, in your mind, prepared. Yeah, look, the robots killing all of us. I knew it. I knew they were gonna do it. Look at me. I'm so clever. And then if they don't do it, you can just kind of brush it under the carpet and be like happy with your life of abundance. All right, those are the stakes. So yeah, I would rather believe that everything is going to be okay. And again, I would rather trust the leap of faith that it will take to continue forward, as opposed to just falling away. Go on your vacation. You deserve it. I don't know if you did mention there won't be good signal reception, so yeah, don't expose yourself to so much of the internet hype mind. Again, AI hype and believing AI is going to kill all of us is actually marketing material for AI companies to get more funding. But that's not the way it's going to end up. Because again, right, like there is an understanding that is being reached when it comes to the why can I not say that word? Hospitable, inhospitability. Not a word, that's probably why. Of the rest of our universe, or at least our immediate universe. Like we are still very far away from the tech that it will require to get out of our immediate space bubble, all right? Like so much better tech. So we're kind of stuck here together, kind of vibe. But we have to figure it out. We have to find meaning here. Meaning is not going to be out there for us. I feel like I can't tell anyone because I want to ruin the trip or give anyone else anxiety. Yeah. Just if you're gonna tell them anything, tell them you have that pre-flight anxiety. That's what it's called. Literally, there's a word for it. Zano, it's called pre-flight anxiety, right? Before you go on a trip, before you go on an adventure, before you go on a new experience that you haven't been on before, there is this state of anxiety that arises. The what ifs, right? It's normal. It's natural. You're gonna be okay. You'll be so fine, dear friend. Zano, I can only hope if the AI is going to destroy us, it can be straight up warfare between the iRobot meets Red Dawn, me and Swampy old Grizzle taking on the world, and I'll be a man with a long beard and absolutely mangled hair, walking around with a stick, just seeing the world. Finding meaning in the small moments where my mind is allowed to meander, making more and more mindless, sometimes even manic dissociations with my world. And I'll find beauty in it. I will. I will look as the robots continue to evolve and appreciate them too, hiding underneath my trees. Mel, they'll have infrared, they'll see you hiding underneath my trees while they come and get me. And then I'll get taken to their, juicer facility and I'll be like, wow, look at all of this tech. They'll juice me so good in this tech. I don't stand a chance. That's impressive. And I wish I was joking. I probably will have some fear, but I'll still, find some level of acceptance. And I'll be like, bro, them freaking robots, dude. I'll be like, just look me up, dude. Look me up and remember. That's all I ask. That's my last wish. White Rhino time, chef. Yeah, I've been White Rhinoing. White Rhino, dude. I've been hit by that rhino. He stomped all over me. I am now melty. Completely. It's 12 days. Yeah, it's gonna be a good 12 days. Always talk to me. Dave's IT. Bless you, friend. Thank you for reaching out like that. Mm-mm-mm-mm. That house. I put 150 kilovolt on someone's house once. That's a lot of power, dude. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot of energy. The person was Betsy Devo's family, Sam. It had a lazy river. Zano, you don't like highways? My mom didn't either. I still have scars on my legs from where she nervously dug her claws into my leg. Dude. I have never thought about not liking highways. It's kind of just been a part of my life. Jeez, that's trauma, yeah. Just figured out why I couldn't get my Bluetooth greenhouse thermometer to communicate with me all morning. Dead speciality battery. Nice. That's kind of them. I hope it's not too special, bro. I hope you can find it again. Just my partner has only been driving for a few months. So it's a little shaky with all of the stuff packed and mango. That also, I can believe, adds some anxiety. Hmm. Lest you have safe travels, I know. I see you getting to your destination with awe and smiles on your face. So excited to be in that beautiful space. Can you see it too? Look forward to it. Don't like bridges. They are unavoidable here in the Bay. Yeah, couldn't drive me to drink. I drive because control. Joy, I hate bridges with passion. I had to go up a giant one of my motorcycle once with my buddy Keith, and he laughed at me because I walked it across. I hate the wind across a bridge. I've never been on bridges like that myself. Zano, Mango, Mango is my doggy. I can't drive yet. Yet. The brain is the ultimate computer. Melty is correct. Shout out to Melty. Looking at my knees. That's $5. That's $5 right there. Thank you very much. Yes. No looking at my knees for free. Thank you very much, bro. There's a reason I wear melty pants. It's to keep my knees completely hidden. As you do. Human bodies, bro. Have we not gotten enough? Nay. Nay, clearly not. The human desire for humans will probably never go away. And that is actually good. May there be love. $5. I don't know if you know, like there was me. I was saying that $5 joke as like a higher dimensional joke. Because it's another story I told way ago, with this Chinese lady that walked up to me as I was walking down like the street with the stalls kind of next to it. She just walked up to me, whipped out her cell phone, takes a photo of my face, looks at the photo, shakes head, deletes photo because I was like in a state of like, and then I realized she wants to take a photo of me, so I go, and then she takes another photo of me, and she's like, and then I take out my phone, and we have this app called WeChat there, which is like your everything app, and I open my QR code, which is like a portal for her to pay me, and I go $5, and she starts laughing, and I laugh. Right. So yeah, it was a fun moment. There, Joy Vive. Joy Vive actually sent me $5 from my knee video. Nice. Nice. You know, uh, with that whole exchange with the owner of the property, Joy Vive, me telling him I make money on the internet, there was a moment like afterwards where I was thinking to myself like, he probably doesn't know how money can be made on the internet. But I wonder what he must think when I say that to him. And now the whole, making money by showing my knee on the internet. Now it's a reality, Joey. Now I cannot hide behind any guises of innocence. Love is true. This is definitely not children's content. Even though feels weird to say, but I would like to make content for kids. I'll call the show Melting Psychonauts, right? People already talked about it. Melting Psychonauts. It'll be beautiful and it'll be meaningful, right? Because it will be about you. You, friends, are the melting psychonauts. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's the way, right? My mind goes into this place of, again, responsibility. And I went down this whole rabbit hole at the very start of the streaming journey as well. Like, worried about me smoking joints on stream and being a bad example to kids potentially watching. And like wondering if, not even wondering, knowing I am responsible, maybe wondering to what extent, you know, I am either doing damage or helping. Responsibility, am I right? So yeah, wait until you're 55, you know, and then try something. Rabbit holes suck. No, they don't. I enjoy my rabbit holes, bro. I willingly go down them because I always find the other side of the rabbit hole is the exact same reality I'm in. Right? The rabbit hole is a torus. So you go in the rabbit hole and you find yourself on the world, and then you are on the world and you go into the rabbit hole and then you're on the world again. And then you just keep going round and around we go. To love and then to pull a card. 27 on my battery percentage. Sending gravity do some love. I love how you're embarrassed about us talking about your knee. When we're looking at you, like we can see your whole ass face, you know. You're looking at my face right now? That's another $5. Yes. You were just supposed to be listening, don't you know? I never developed any object permanence, so I'm not actually here. 10-4, that joy beam. I'm just joking, of course. I'm just joking. I'm just making some funnies. Green? You think the car's gonna be green? Alright. I was talking about green today being my aura color. Is it right now? It's a little bit more on the like lime, you know. There's some yellow mixed into the green. For me at least. This one. I want these cards to be the colors you guess, Zano. Maybe that's what's happening. Usually I don't care. Now I do. Now I'm like, it needs to be green. My aura feels like it would just be smoke. My aura, I would like that. I can see it as well. Maybe that's where the mystery comes in. Right? Like a fog. That you have to kind of, get close enough to see the person. It's green or orange. Oh, it is orange. It is orange. But there's not much green in here. You did get the orange though. My aura is iridescent. I like that. Is there another word like that? I think iridescent is the one I like as well. I think my aura would be psychedelic. Like the green is but a backdrop for so many little fractals of rabbit holes, if you will. What's an aura? An aura is an energy field that by your energy being basically siphoned from the universe, you are like a conduit. In the same way that a piece of wire would conduct electricity, you as a being conduct universal energy. And as that universal energy flows through you, you act basically as a type of magnet, an electromagnet, all right? And you generate a field around you. that you output. And when you interact with other people and you come close enough, your fields interact and there are new energies created in those interactions, in those intersections. So, yeah. Uh, there is a Taurus field happening here as well, you know, like energy coming in and then beaming outwards. Iridescence can also be called unicorn skin. Yeah. Joy Vive would be, you know, a unicorn cat girl. Unicorn skinned cat girl. Lamau, maybe it's a good thing that I'm off of my game. That means all my pre-flight anxiety is wrong. Yeah. Yeah, that's such a good take. I love that, Zano. That all of your stress is not you being aligned, it's you maybe not being. Is that Gem? Energy coming here. Gem. What a blessing. What a blessing. Feeling your auric field just suddenly hit me in the face. Love you, dear friend. Like I was looking at your little gifts, the little dinosaur you sent me specifically recently. Sending you so much lovin's. This is the card we pulled today. Card number 22, Andean Shaman. You ready? I love this card. But it is because I identify with it. Precious gem. Love you, dear friend. It's gonna be 11/11 soon. There's 11 friends here right now as well, so. The Andean Shaman expresses the essence of welcome. He greets you in salutations, extending hand and heart energy, inviting you to embrace the joy of feeling truly welcomed. He is a vessel of spirit, consciously able to receive soul energy and move it through his being, transmitting it into the world. The step geometry refers to the Andean symbol called the Chakana, which is indicative of spirit moving through the lives of people. This is tripping me out a little bit. You too? Good. At least we're both in that state of mind. Similar symbols are used in various cultures around the world. This card invites you to receive this welcome with a smile and an open heart. Feel how this open-hearted energy lifts your spirit and brings comfort to your being. It may be that you could use a dose of acceptance and the approval of a genuine welcome. This card may also indicate your readiness to become a vessel of spirit in order to welcome in energies required for your sacred work. There it goes, you know, pointing directly at Zano. You're like, hey. Don't let the negative anxiety spirits in, Zano. See yourself openly receiving and transmitting these loving messages. Trust the relationship you have with spirit and the ease with which you become a vessel when you recognize that union. Open your heart, laugh out loud, and welcome the strength of your true essence as a vessel of light. Yow! That's some meaning. That's some thickens of meanings that we just got dosed. Connor Murphy's here too. Bless you. Spirits in the soul, souls in the body, bodies in the world with dear, dear friends. What a blessing indeed to be in this space-time continuum with you. That our existence may overlap and we can have these conversations together. Man, I'm so grateful. It's cool seeing you, Jam. How are things in the UK? I've been watching a show called Good Omens, and it goes down in the UK. So I've been UK energying, and here you are to join us, sending you blessings. I have been silently here a few times, here and there, but I had to say something today because I remember you pulling this card before. I resonate with this card too. Connor, thank you for welcoming people in this world, dear friend. It takes a lot, but you are appreciated for it. Lurk away, join call too. Energy is in, light is out. It does go in every direction at the speed of light as well. Isn't that neat? You are a vessel of light. So emanating from you are these light molecules, which we can call an aura, which we can call an aura, right? That literally like create this field around you infinitely, and it keeps going. And all you need to do is recognize that power. I had this whole dream where I was being attacked by demons. You know, and for me, demons are usually represented as not properly embodied, but not properly disembodied creatures that share basically the same capacity in an environment to occupy space. But because there's so many of them, all of them try to do it at the same time. And they try to scare you, and they'll do so in the representations of things that might be scary to your being, like piercing eyes, right? Eyes that look scary, eyes that look at you, teeth gnashing and clawing, flesh tearing and flowing over, itself like sinew, like muscle. Like it's bad, right? And I was trying to fight these demons off, but I was failing because as I was fighting on this side, they would actively encroach on the back of me, and as I was turning around to fight on this side again, I was basically just flailing my limbs in all directions to try and keep them away from me. And then I was like, this is not sustainable. I can't keep doing this. I'm gonna fail. And instead of letting myself fail, I recognize that I don't have to try even, because in the middle of me is a source of light. And light surely fires in every single direction if I am the source of it at the speed of light. And as soon as I acknowledged it, it was like a flashbang went off as myself. And that like force of light extended around me and my family and our home, and all of that sludge, all of that darkness couldn't encroach on me, couldn't get close enough to even try to. And I've been trying to remind myself actively. This was the first time and the last time I've reminded myself of that understanding. This card helped. Thank you, friends, for joining me for these moments. So dreams are there to get you to wake up and eat and drink, so you don't overanalyze dreams, guys. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Like, I definitely didn't feel the need to eat after having an experience like that. I kind of woke up in a state of have a dream kind of vibes. That just feels like a different state of reality. They are here for me. That does sound like such a good time, actually, Jam. One of these days I'll be coming through to London. Christian is in Ireland right now, my friend. And he probably will, at some point, go through to England as well. Maybe if he stays there for a while, I'll have like a place to stay. I'll come through and we'll make a plan to visit you. It's all connected. We have to dream to wake up. We have to be awake for a while before we can dream again. So then you forget about the dreams and then munch a cheeseburger. Bro, I was gonna say I've munched plenty of cheeseburgers since, but I've munched like maybe 2 cheeseburgers since that dream, bro. Maybe that's my problem. Got you, Simon. I've not eaten enough cheeseburgers. I don't think that's how it works. I know about eating your feelings, but I don't know about eating your memories. I don't think it works like that. I am going to say goodbye to you, friends. My fingertips are still very bruised. It's not necessarily my fingertips as much as it's those little bones. These bones. I have hurted them. They'll get better soon. Stronger. I'll be even more capable of hurting myself next time. Thank you, friends, for joining me. Seriously, like Zano, I hope you're feeling better after this experience. I hope you get your stuff packed. Hope you have a nice time on your vacation. There's a lot of friends here right now. There is. I feel bad for singling out a single friend. Joe, almost thought something disappeared. Joe, have taken the time to send us a goodbye message. So if you're here, really take a moment with me to absorb this goodbye because I take it with me as well for the rest of the day. I hope us all have the most beautiful day. Yes, everyone. Your for reals are so super sanctified, mighty Meltmore. And all of you, oh so very curiously, recognizably, vigilantly, thoughtfully, thoroughly, inquisitively, analytically, wonderfully, thoughtfully, open mindedly, clear headedly, insightfully, spectacularly, engagingly, reflectfully, authentically, wholesome, humanimal critter creatures, finding your meaning. Finding your meaning in yourself in this moment, realizing that without you being here right now, there is no meaning. At least not the way you are experiencing it, right? Acknowledging that that is pretty significant. And then again, acknowledging that that is happening for every single one of us at the same time. And that we can share in that significance together. Make even more meaning by co creating it. Yeah. Thank you, Jovan, as always, for our goodbye message. Thank you, dear friends, to those who are here right now, to those lurking, to those saying words. You are appreciated. Thank you for spending this moment with me. Catty, Cat, sending you all good energy. Bless you, dear friend. I do feel better. Thanks for letting me vent a bit. Love you guys lots. Love you too. Love everybody here, and I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.